Yeah, let's start out with this main event: Islam Makhachev versus Bobby Green. We had broke this down. We had previewed this last week, and in a lot of ways, Tabor, like we knew what was going to happen. We knew Islam Makhachev would go out there and smash, but we had to hype up Bobby Green. We love Bobby Green. To take this fight on 10-day notice is absolutely phenomenal, and he did everything he could with a very shortened camp. And shout out to Bobby Green. He's got my respect and love, and I do believe he's a top 15 guy. However, we got to look on the side of Islam Makhachev and how dominant he's been now in the lightweight division. I believe after beating Bobby Green, that is now 10 straight. He is now 22-1 in the toughest division in the UFC. I don't care what anyone says. I don't care if anyone gets mad at this statement. Islam Makhachev is the next guy for the lightweight championship after UFC 274, Charles Oliveira versus Justin Gaethje. It absolutely has to happen. He's the number one guy in line. I know the Beneil Dariush fight fell out, and they might, do that fight again, but just give it to Islam.
I already know that's what everyone's saying. I already know it. But I'm going to play a little bit devil's avocado here.
Okay.
Because I agree with you. He's the next guy. He's the only guy. Like, give him the title fight. He deserves it. He needs to fight Oliveira. That is the most interesting matchup in this lightweight division. But I already know we're going to see it in the chat. We're going to see it here online on Twitter. People are already chirping up. He doesn't have a top 5 victory in the top 5. It's like, dude, he had his chance. RDA dropped out like 3 fucking times.
Correct.
Beneil Dariush dropped out this fight, broke his ankle.
Correct.
What are we going to do with Islam Makhachev? He needs to fight for the belt. 10-fight win streak in the toughest division in the UFC. If he doesn't get a title fight after this victory, even though it was over Bobby Green, who's an unranked guy, he should be ranked. He should be a top 15 guy. Deserve the main event. And the nuts on this man just for taking the fight is absolutely incredible.
My balls was hot.
His balls were hot last night, man.
Yeah.
And he was on one. I could tell how hyped he was. I could tell how excited he was for that fight. But then to come out, it seemed like Islam was going to strike with him for a few minutes.
For a little bit, but that's what Islam does. He baits you in. This guy is so smart when he fights. He's so strategic. Everyone is thinking, obviously Bobby Green's thinking, okay, he's going to take me down. What does Islam do? He goes, hey, I'm going to trade with you for a couple minutes, and then I'm going to take you down and smash you. And that's exactly what Islam Makhachev did. He stuck to the game plan and literally to perfection.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Let's just say Islam deserves a fight. I see Ant W in the chat already. Thank you so much for showing up. Islam will fight for a title in Abu Dhabi probably in October. Yeah? Sit and wait, dude.
October, I am not very familiar with the Islamic faith, but isn't that during Ramadan? Is October?
I think Ramadan's usually springtime.
Is it?
Yeah, because Khabib usually fights in October or November.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay. Yeah, because I believe he did fight Conor in November.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so that actually makes sense. I think I agree with you, Ant. He deserves a title fight. It'll probably be in October. He's just got to wait for Oliveira Gaethje to happen, which is coming up very soon, next couple months. So I'm very excited for that matchup. Gun to my head, who's winning that? Oliveira all day. And then let's think about the grappling exchanges that can happen on the ground, the scrambles that can happen there with Islam Makhachev and Oliveira on the ground. I'm super intrigued by that matchup. That's the only fucking matchup I want to see right now.
And do you know what that is, everyone? Do you know what that matchup is? Charles Oliveira versus Islam Makhachev. That is Khabib Nurmagomedov versus Tony Ferguson 2.0. The fight that we never got.
It really is.
The fight that everyone wanted to see. The superior grappling skills of Khabib Nurmagomedov going up against Tony Ferguson, the 10th planet jiu-jitsu fiend. That was always something we wanted to see. Well, now we're going to get it. Islam Makhachev, if Charles Oliveira goes out there and beats Justin Gaethje, we will get that matchup. We will see the superior grappling skills of Islam Makhachev, who might even be a better striker than Khabib Nurmagomedov.
Yes.
With counteracting that with the crazy jiu-jitsu of Charles Oliveira. I absolutely love that matchup, and it's a matchup that every single UFC fan, every MMA fan out there wants to have.
We want it.
Yes.
We want it. Just mainline it right now, right into my veins. I want that shit now. Like, I can't wait. Like, seriously, like, make it happen. Yeah. Davey Ramos is better at BJJ than Oliveira. He's got a point. Dave Ramos is so dangerous on the ground, people avoid that at all costs. But so does Oliveira. Oliveira's got the most submissions in UFC.
Yep, that's what I was just
So, I mean, he's got the most submissions in UFC. Dave Ramos better at BJJ than Oliveira. Islam had his way with him. I think Islam walks through him. Dude, I'm just going to say it. I'm going to fucking say it, guys. Islam is the guy. He's the next lightweight champion. I don't see anybody defeating him. I think that's really one of the main motivating factors of why Khabib Nurmagomedov retired in the way he did. He knew that there was going to be another up and coming Dagestani and Islam Makhachev coming in, and I think that was his father's plan. Yep. Have Khabib win the belt, have him defend a few times, have him walk away with those millions of dollars, have him walk away on top, and then you give the chance to Islam Makhachev to come in and win that belt again. It all makes sense. This is Abdulmanap Nurmagomedov? Mm-hmm. That's his name. I'm fucking butchering it. I know that. But that was Abdulmanap's plan.
Yeah.
And it's coming to fruition, and Khabib, I know he's making his father proud right now.
Oh, absolutely. And I mean, Islam Makhachev is making Dagestan proud because they are scary individuals. Not someone that I would particularly love to see in an alleyway. I'd be very scared, run the other way, as I often say on this podcast.
Double legs you immediately. He's like, hey, Islam, I'm a big fan. Just immediately double legs you, slams you on your head.
He's like, I smash even fens. I'm like, dude, this was bad. I should not have interacted with you in any capacity.
Yeah, Islam did that for Russia last night, man. Shout out to them.
Tabor, you gotta quit. You gotta quit with no. Jesus Christ, Tabor, you're gonna get us fucking pulled. I want everyone to know I am not fucking pro. Fuck Putin. He's a dictator. He's a piece of shit. I don't want to do this on the podcast. This is not where I wanted to do it. But this guy, he's just that fucking right winger. Like
he put Russia on his back.
Crazy. Oh God, Tabor, you gotta stop.
Did it for Russia. That's so funny. No, I'm just fucking around.
Yeah, please. Clear that up for everyone. You are not.
Okay, Putin is bad. The fact I even have to say this is fucking stupid. Like we all know Putin's bad. Okay, but now that we're talking about it, is it a little funny how the timing worked out? How we have like an extremely pro-Russian card going on with the geopolitical stuff that's going on in the world right now. Like, how crazy is that timing?
Yeah, it's crazy timing.
It was crazy timing.
Could have been better timed, I would say. But yeah, no, it's an absolute mess. But let's stick with the fights, guys.
Let's talk about fights.
So what's next for Bobby Green here? Bobby Green, obviously taking this fight on 10-day notice. We were talking about before this fight that he deserves a top 15 matchup, and I still am on that side. I still believe Bobby Green deserves a top 15 guy. And for me, a guy that would make sense, Sarzukian coming off that very impressive win. But then again, Sarzukian's not going to take that fight.
Do you want to do that to Bobby, though? Do you really just want to give him another savage wrestler? Yeah. Let's take it easy there. I like that matchup. We were talking about that last night. That's a good matchup for Bobby. But I want to see Bobby strike. That's where his bread and butter is. The head movement's beautiful. His striking's beautiful. His footwork's amazing. His boxing, his hands are perfect. I want to see Bobby Green fight like a Brad Riddell, dude. Yeah, that's the fight to make. Bobby Green, Brad Riddell. Brad Riddell coming off that Fiziev loss. Bobby Green also had a unanimous decision loss to Fiziev. That's the fight. Brad Riddell, Bobby Green. It doesn't have to be main event. It doesn't have to be 5 rounds. They don't have to train that hard. Do it in a couple months. I hope Bobby Green got paid very handsomely for taking this fight on short notice. And let's shout out to him because Gregor Gillespie turned that fight down. Yep. Rafael Fiziev turned that fight down. RDA turned that fight down. Saryukian turned that fight down. Like, a lot of people did not want to fight Islam Makhachev on short notice. For Bobby Green to take that fight, he deserves a big matchup and he deserves another big payday. I'm going to say it again. I said it last night. Conor McGregor, Bobby Green. Dude, I would want to watch that. I would love to see the striking exchanges there. Who can win on the feet there?
Yeah, I think the problem is for Conor McGregor, look at his trajectory. He's a big star, blah, 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 blah. The only issue that I have with that is it does not make sense on Conor McGregor's side if that fight were to hypothetically happen. Bobby's not even in the top 15. Conor needs a win. And here's the thing. Conor is a businessman. He knows. He can lose 11 fights in a row. But if he wins one fight, he's the next guy in line. Yeah. And if you look at the Islam Makhachev situation, obviously Khabib Nurmagomedov went out there, completely dominated Conor McGregor, obviously. So I think what he wants to do is fight his little brother. And I think realistically, Conor would take on a guy a little bit higher in this division. There are rumors, speculation that Michael Chandler and Tony Ferguson are hooked up together. So in this lightweight division, Conor's sitting at 9. I don't really know who he gets matched up with to win the one fight to get the next shot after Islam. So I don't know. I mean, yeah, hypothetically, would it be a fun fight to watch? Yes, but to me, does it make any sense business-wise? No, it doesn't. Unfortunately.
I get that. I really do get that. Ant W could see Oliveira sleeping Islam with that sneaky hook, though. Oliveira's stand-up is sneaky, absolutely. We all saw what he did with the Michael Chandler fight there. Yep. after almost getting finished. And then even look at the fucking his last fight against Dustin Poirier. He was getting cracked and then started out striking him, took him down, took his back, and submitted him in the second round. So I'm super interested in that matchup. It's the only matchup to make Oliveira or Justin Gaethje versus Islam Makhachev next. If Justin Gaethje beats Oliveira, that's the only fight to make. Yeah. Justin Gaethje, Islam. If Oliveira finishes Gaethje, Oliveira, Islam's the next guy. He doesn't have to wait. And Green versus Riddell is sick. Haven't even thought of that. Good matchmaking right there, 100%. And dream scenario for Dana is Islam winning the belt and Conor winning a fight. Islam versus Conor is the closest they could do for the numbers of the Khabib fight.
That's literally what I just said. Yeah.
Absolutely agree. 100% agree with that. Yeah, Islam's the next guy. Make the fucking fight. It's the only fight to fucking make, guys. I will not be happy unless that fight is made. Bobby Green, shout out to you, my guy. It's unfortunate that it went down the way like that. Let's just talk about the stoppage really quick because I was kind of a little ticked off last night. I thought it was really too soon.
Yeah.
Looking back on it now, I get it.
He was in a very compromised position.
He wasn't getting out of that position, and Herb Dean essentially just saved him from unnecessary damage because he was going nowhere, and he was just going to continuously eat those shots on the ground. And those were big shots Islam was throwing as well. So,
well, and not only that, but you have to look on the side of Herb Dean in all defense. I did get a little mad out on the Fight Companion because I wanted to see it go a little farther. But just to defend Herb a little bit, like
that was disrespectful. Herb. That was disrespectful to Herb.
You do it all the time. I don't even. I like Herb Dean, honestly, but no. On the side of Herb Dean, you look at a fighter who just fought 3 hard rounds, and yes, he looked great. It was a masterclass against Nasrat, and then on a quick turnaround against Islam Makhachev, he was protecting the fighter's safety there. And not only that, but Bobby Green was in a very compromised position. He was not getting out of it. After sitting on it and rewatching that fight, like I do believe that the stoppage was fine.
Yeah, the stoppage was absolutely fine. Last night, I was like, what the fuck? Way too soon. At least give him a chance to get out. He didn't have a chance. Yeah. Nothing was happening there. Herb saved him, and he did his job. He protected the fighter from himself, which is what you have to do. So shout out to Herb Dean. I give you a lot of shit, my guy, because you've been having not the best stoppages as of late. But it's disproportionate at sometimes, but it's the hardest and most criticized job in MMA.
Is it disproportionate because he's had so many UFC events recently? And can you tell me a bad stoppage in the last 4 or 5 months?
Yes. I mean, it's hard to name names off the top of my head, but yes, he's had a few that were really questionable.
Well, next week, bring the receipts, because I just, man, I feel like the hate on Herb is a little unwarranted, man.
It's not hate, man.
He's a good ref, in my opinion.
There are
times so
times
often he gets it wrong, but
there are times he gets it wrong, and last night wasn't one of them, though.
Yeah, and how many fights has he officiated?
Fucking thousands.
That's what I'm saying. And like you look at the percentages, and it's got to be under 2% of all fights that he's ever refed that we may be problematic.
True. I'll concede to that. Let's get into Church Coin picks. So I was all in on Islam. I had about 6,900 Church Coin on that bet, and I got 966 Church Coin return. Mason, you had 7,000 Church Coin on Islam to give you a 1,000 Church Coin return. And Cosmo, you're not in the chats, my guy, but hopefully we see you soon. You had 2,000 Church Coin on green. It did not work out for you there. Prop bets. So me and you changed our prop bets on the Fight Companion. We changed it from just Islam sub to Islam first round sub. I had 1,500 Church Coin on that. Did not happen, guys. It was a first round TKO, so we lost that Church Coin. You also had 1,000 Church Coin on Islam first round sub. Lost that one as well. And so did Cosmo. He had Islam by sub for 500 Church Coin. Nobody hit that prop bet. It would have been a big prop bet. It was like plus 300 or something like that.
I wish I would have went first round TKO because that was pretty high too. I think that was higher than 300. Sub.
Yeah, 100% echoed that sentiment.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. Shout out to Islam Makhachev. Shout out to Bobby Green. Both of you guys are fucking savages, and I'm super excited for the future of both these men.